What is happening, everyone? So, I want to go over a couple things. First of all, if you guys post in the group something for sale, and you don't get it approved right away, there might be a few reasons. It's really mandatory that any card or lot of cards that are being sold for over $100 is coined. That's kind of a general rule across all buy-sell groups in this community. So if you don't coin it, it's going to sit there. We get a lot of posts, and we don't always have time to reach out to the user. So in this case, this card is being posted 10 at 13, $130 value, no coin. It's going to be a bit before we reach out to Nicholas and let him know that needs to be coined. Other posts that might get your post to be delayed are what we call interest posts. So this is a post right here. Who's interested? Or fishing. They're going to post up a bunch of pictures. This guy is nice enough to put in the names of the cards that are in there, but there's no prices. And generally, collectors, first of all, they're usually shy and they don't want to put out or give you an offer. They don't want to get accused of lowballing, or maybe they're just not sure. If you put a price in there and then put OBO or best offer, then you can get offers, but at least people know that you're serious and that you have an idea of what you'd like to get for it. Again, an interest post with just pictures of cards. We need more information, maybe some prices. Some people don't know, want to know more about the card, want to see the front and backs. There's always more that you could do within a post to get it approved faster, or even, how do I say this? Even when you're looking for interest, it's important to have a price and more information, more pictures about your cards. It's only going to help you more to sell it. Not for sale, delete if not allowed. If you think it's not allowed, don't post it. I can't seem to find a price for this. So this person is looking for value on something. Guys, it's really not hard. This kind of a post is not bad. I understand it. I was there. I know what it's like to not know what we're selling and how much it's worth. The best way to look up a price is to go into eBay. If I can find my eBay app, because I'm constantly moving apps around. Oh, God. You guys probably saw me skip by it, right? There it is. All right, so if we go into eBay, and I've been looking at GT Performers. No, I'm not going to buy a $975 GT Performer. Damn, that thing is nice. But I do want one. If anyone's got one for trade, I might give you a break credit. But let's say I wanted to see GT Performer BMX. I can come in here, and I want to see what it sold for last. I can filter my sold listings filter my eBay by sold listings. And in here I could see there's a frame that sold for $300, 1985 Haro. Not very accurate, but there's a light blue GT Performer that sold for $355. So we could see and get an idea of what it sold for. There is a difference between what it sold for and what the listing price is for some people. Just because it might be listed at $975 doesn't mean it's selling at $975. Cards could be listed for however much, or whatever could be listed for however much they want to in eBay. So in this case, it's a Marcus Mariota, 3 of 3 out of Obsidian, 2018. We'll come in here, we'll go 2018 Obsidian, Marcus Mariota to 3. Let's see if we find any. We might not. Now there are out there to 15. Let's filter to sold listings. There's the 3 of 5 sold for $22.10. But when you end up in a situation where you can't find, here's 4 of 5, nasty patch with an auto, sold for $41. If you can't find the exact card, you're going to have to get kind of an idea. So then what we might look for is what the to 5 sold for. I mean 15. So the 15 sold for $19.95. And this one sold for $59.95. But look at the date difference. That was on 113 and that was on 121. So you're going to have to look at all of these different versions and what they've sold for to get an idea. Now, just for the hell of it, let's see if to 1 has sold or is listed. Is there a 1 of 1? Doesn't look like it. That 4 of 5 is probably your closest at $41. The really nasty patch in there. I would say that this is worth $40 to $50. But you really should do your own homework. Try to add a little bit to it. If you're going to say, I can't find a value on it. So you're right. You can't find a value on something to 3. None of them have been sold. And that happens often. In that case, I would suggest if you're going to make a post like this, show that you've done the homework. Show screenshots from eBay. Say that to 15 sold for this much. Say that to 5 sold for this much. Say that you're even thinking, okay, I think maybe it's worth $50. Why wasn't this one approved? I don't know. Maybe because it was posted 8 hours ago and we were all asleep. Why wasn't this one? This is a perfect post right here. Yesterday at 11 p.m. I was asleep. I think everybody was asleep. It's a $45 post. I mean, really, we should be coining everything. That might also be why it wasn't posted. This one is coined. Laid out nicely. This is good to go. Approve. Here's another. This won't get approved. You have no pictures of the cards. We don't see any coin. Something like this is not going to get approved, and it's going to take some time before we get to you to explain why. See Jimmy Lang's post. Jimmy has a bunch of cards. He's got a Mahomes base optic. We don't have a coin on it. Let's get a coin on there. That's why that one wasn't approved. Now, sometimes posts may not get approved simply because there's so much going on in the group and we want to throttle the amount of posts so that it doesn't clog the feed up. If you post more than 2 posts in a row consecutively, we're likely not going to approve it, and we're going to throttle the second post so that there's a little time in between. We also don't like it when you have multiple sales going on in the group and then continue to post. So we may throttle you because you've already posted in the group multiple times. Again, to make sure that everybody has an opportunity to post and for their posts to be able to be seen. We love mail days, but even mail days, I would really, anytime that you're posting a high value card, I would really like to see a coin on there. That just helps the confidence of everybody in the group. There's always new guys coming into the group that have only been here for a couple weeks. So just because I know that Justin Ciancetta is a good dude and we've never had an issue with him, doesn't mean Joe that joined 3 days ago, who has never met him before, doesn't feel confident that that's actually your card. Even just showing a mail day. Because what's going to happen is people are going to comment. How much you want for it. Now in this case nobody did, so but sometimes people start asking what the seller wants for it when they're showing a mail day. Or any kind of post. Even a not for sale, a person puts not for sale in there. It should be coined as well. Unfortunately, especially in this hobby, there are people out there that are going to put up all kinds of posts to try to scam, and it happens. And there's the best thing that we could do as sellers is put the best post forward possible with every way to show that the transparency, to show that you're an honest seller. And it looks better in the group. That is a sweet card. There you go. See? Nice job, Johnny. We got to zoom in, but he's got a big lot. And we know that that's Johnny's card. Close enough. Can't really read the date. There should be today's date on it. The day of the post should be in the coin. So I just wanted to go over a couple things. I know this is a long video, but I hope it helps. I hope there's some information. I'm sorry I stuttered and sounded like a fumbling idiot, but I kind of did it on the fly. Thanks again, everyone, and we'll see you all in the next one.